Shebang de bang.
So, so what's your take on this ain't my segment, but we might as well start this way.
Don't go too crazy because ain't
No,
nobody in here yet. So don't go too crazy.
gee, man, that's
Are you
nice.
still thinking?
No, I'm gonna wait.
Oh, you gonna wait? Well, text it to me so I can at least know what you're talking about.
Uh-oh. Baby
Right, because I'm like the sound is out. Like,
Baby Keem got a song with Kendrick Lamar coming out. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I do wish I had some LA connections. Cause I wouldn't mind going to see that Ken and Friends on Juneteenth. You know, Kendrick Lamar and probably everybody he know
that would be lit.
are performing at the Forum in LA. That's gonna be dope. And then, he ain't played, Not Like Us live yet. That's gonna go crazy.
That's gonna be dope
Everybody gonna be crip walking and blood walking.
for sure.
All this gang
Love
banging ain't good.
that.
All this gang banging ain't good for the culture.
I'm not mad at it though.
Oh no, I mean it's he he done created them one. I mean he had a few, but he this thing gonna be played at all the HBCUs, probably any black college, high school, college you can think of.
Definitely.
Always gonna be played during the game. Something. Shoot, even them PWIs might. Hey, let's see if we can play this. Some of them got some flavor.
I mean, not that they got flavor. I wouldn't go as
I
far as
said some
that.
have flavor. I didn't say all.
I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Some could be 10%.
I wouldn't go crazy about it. Is all I'm saying. Not thinking that it's because they're gonna do something. I mean, but then again, you know what? Far be it from me to try to take that from that man because when they get a hold to something that don't belong to them, baby, it
Yeah,
gets crazy.
yeah,
So
true, true,
IDK.
true.
Um, did you see that Krishan done got locked up again? I ain't found out a lot of information about that. I'm kind of tired of them. But did you see that girl got locked up again?
No.
She was apparently going to see Blue because he in jail. And they put her in handcuffs, and then they showed a little video that looked like the grandparents were arguing over who was going to take the baby because nobody wanted to take the baby. But I think her mom ended up taking the baby, and then his mom went on live and got to talking about how nobody was fighting over taking the baby. The only person that didn't want to take the baby was Blueface dad or something weird. I'm really tired of them. I like to be left out of the group chat.
You petty.
I really would. I really would.
I don't. I don't even think you left out the group chat. They just posting it on socials.
It's always everywhere. I'm kind of sick of it. Nonetheless, always the more. Let's go ahead and get into wild ass news. Nico, do you remember Christian Cooper? He was the black man. He was in Central Park watching the birds, and that lady had her dog off the leash.
Oh
He
yeah.
put the dog on the leash.
And didn't she choke the dog? Once she
Yeah,
choked
she choked the dog, called 911, lying, talk about she was being attacked, all kind of crazy shit, right?
Didn't you report on this?
I did. See, you know what? I love it when you be my partner. I love it when you do that because
no, it was a bad look because she was choking a dog, and then I think she got fired.
she did.
Then they took the dog. So
Yeah, they took the dog and all that. Well, he ended up getting a show on the National Geographic
get the hell
channel,
out of here.
Nat Geo
Doing
or
what?
whatever, and Disney Plus. He just won an Emmy. Yes.
What's his show?
It was I can't remember the name of it. I apologize. But if you go to Nat Geo, listen, you cannot miss that black man with them birds. It's the only black man that's out there with them birds on that, you know,
on that side of town.
on that station. Shut up. Like on that platform. Don't do that. Don't do that. So he definitely ended up with The Last Laugh. I'm very happy that he ended up winning after all of that was going on, because had he not recorded that situation, it was right around the time George Floyd, you know what I'm saying? So it could have really been ugly.
It definitely could have. It could have been a lot worse.
It could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse. So I know everybody is probably good and tired of hearing about Puff Daddy. Me personally, I am too. However, there has been new information leaked from a ex-LAPD detective, and he is claiming that Puff Daddy ordered the hit on Tupac and Suge Knight. And the proof is in Keith D, which we all kind of watched him do his interview. It wasn't with Vlad, it was with like another person that was kind of like similar to Vlad. And he talked about, being offered $1 million to kill Tupac. Well, the whole story apparently goes that Tupac called together, not Tupac, Puff Daddy called together some Crips in a room. And he had asked if they would go ahead and do something, to them. I'm not, of course, going to say the words that, he was at. Bang. So
cancel Christmas.
So Keith D said, yeah, we could do that or whatever. And then after the shooting was reported, he called Keith D to ask to make sure that they are the ones that did this. And Keith D did say that they had indeed done it. And then Puff Daddy reneged on the payment, didn't pay them. Yes.
Really?
Did not pay them. So that's a part of the way that he ended up turning himself in. It's wild as hell. And also I want to get into one of my favorite reporters, Joy Reid from MSNBC.
Mm-hmm.
She basically had to read yet another black man. He was elected to the House of Representatives. His name is Byron Donalds. He's real ignorant. He said some ignorant shit about Jim Crow being a good time, basically.
For black people.
He basically said, quote, you see, during Jim Crow, the black family was together. During Jim Crow, more black people, were not just conservative, but black people have always been conservative minded.
We were more of a family. Let him tell it.
And he said, but more black people voted conservatively. So he kind of tried to spill more of his weird ass rhetoric, and this is basically what she had for him.
Jim Crow, could your family have existed? You are in an interracial marriage. Your wife is a white conservative activist. Could your family have existed at all during Jim Crow?
No, it could not, Joy, and we all know that. But that's why I am blessed to live in America today as opposed to America during that time. But we cannot ignore the realities of not having fathers in homes. That is important for black people today and all people today as we move forward for a better America.
We are out of time. What I'm grateful for is that we do not live in the Jim Crow era and that fathers do not face the threat of lynching.
I'm very grateful of that.
Perhaps don't bring up Jim Crow when you're trying to make that example. Representative Byron Donalds, thank you for being here, and we'll be right back.
So she consistently holds people accountable for saying weird shit. He is obviously a Trump supporter, and he is doing the absolute most in this moment to try to get their president elected. While to some extent I can say that he is right. You know what I'm saying? During the time where men were afraid to be publicly lynched, during the time that, you know, Black people, they definitely did have a stronger bond. But then you have to also take account for how drugs flooded our communities, and how Ronald Reagan introduced a lot of policies that kept the Black man out of the house. Ergo, not being able to get public housing if you have been convicted of any crimes, especially drug related.
Right.
Also, the crack epidemic, and you know, if you get married, you can no longer have Section 8. They already burned down all of our banks. They've already burned down all of our businesses. Where else were these people supposed to get jobs to be able to afford the cost of living? And then also being run down by crime. So, and not even just crime, but also false imprisonment. We have been through quite a bit since the Jim Crow era. Go to hell.
Yeah. Speaking of that, did you hear about the Tulsa massacre race? They were seeking reparations and they denied them.
They denied them?
Yeah. I'll read it real quick. The Oklahoma Supreme Court on Wednesday dismissed a lawsuit by the survivors of the 1921 Tulsa, Oklahoma Tulsa race massacre, dampening the hopes of advocates for racial justice that the city would make financial amends for one of the worst single acts of Black violence in the U.S. left as many as 300 people dead and a once thriving district in smoldering ruins. Yeah. And they all triple digit too. I think one of them is like 104, 102, and like 101. So it's like, come on, bro.
You know, I don't get it. And I try not to like dwell too much on it, you know. But I really don't get it. You see that it's a whole bunch of terrible shit going on. You know,
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's nuts. Also, did you see, I can't remember that man's name. He is like one of those very, very flamboyant actors. Oh gosh. I cannot remember his name to save my life. He kissed Joe Biden's hand, and it was just it gave very much yes a master, like it was, oh my God, what is his name? Billy Porter. Billy Porter.
What was that?
Bent the knee. I don't know if anybody else watches Game of Thrones, House of Dragons, but he bent the knee to Joe Biden. He dressed up in a muumuu and a long wig to go to the White House Juneteenth celebration. And it's just like, express yourself, but you look like a clown, bro. Like, it's like, express yourself, dress, put your clothes on, put it on, do your thing, be who you actually are. It's just that I've seen you in so much more fashionably correct outfits, fashionably correct wigs, makeup, all of this. And you looked like somebody's old uncle. I'm so serious. Like, it was a shiny muumuu. I would not lie to you. I would not lie to you. It was a shiny muumuu. And he like bent the knee, like, let me kiss your hand. I'm gonna kiss the ring at the White House Juneteenth celebration to Joe Biden. This is the reason why they don't want you to do the film for James Baldwin. They don't want you to play him. Yes, he is supposed to be producing and starring in a film about James Baldwin. Now, first of all, everybody knows that James Baldwin was one of the most important civil rights activists. He was heavily into the freedom and emancipation of Black people and, liberation as well. He wanted them to, he wanted Black people to just be able to exist. You know what I'm saying? He spoke about love. He wrote poetry about life, all kind of stuff. James Baldwin is a very important person.
Yes.
You, sir, are like your personality. I don't see you playing him well. Like some of the things that even he has said some really crazy things about what's going on in Israel and Gaza and all that kind of stuff. And like basically overly Christian. I'm gonna leave it there. He very, very overly Christian. It was nuts. It was a lot of crazy stuff happening. Everybody's confusion. And James Baldwin would have never said those comments. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like he would have never went for those kinds of things. And like I understand you separate the art from the artist, but he is very much himself in every role that he's played. Mm. You see what I'm saying? Not to say he's a bad actor. That's definitely not where I would be going with that. But I would definitely say I would cast someone else to do it. Mm. And James Baldwin was openly gay as well. Yeah. So I'm not saying it about that. I'm saying about the personality. Your personality is just so big and so ridiculous, and then you do really crazy shit, and people just a lot of times can't stand you, except for the people that it is that you're trying to make happy. And I'm, I would hate to see a film that could do some good or could be informative flop because of the antics of the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Nonetheless,
that's crazy though, because I seen a clip, but I didn't know he kissed his hand and all that.
Yes, he bent the knee, like whole ass dramatically bent the knee. His wife don't kiss that liver spotted hand.
Oh, I about to say ain't the other dude gay too? But yeah,
Joe Biden.
No, Billy
Porter is, yes.
Right.
But his wife is not kissing them liver spotted hands. So why do you?
Hey, you never know when them Oval Office doors close.
Oh my God! Everybody's 98. Everybody, when the Oval Office doors close, everybody is 98 years old and taking a nap and going to bed. What the hell?
He probably still thinks she thick. You never know.
My God!
You never know. I like how you wearing that dress today, Mrs. Biden. Joe, stop.
And this is where you get ridiculous. I don't have time. What is going on in sports? I'm not with you.
Man, so as you may know, it was a lot of fuss about Caitlin Clark not making the national women's team. But as of recently, she has been added in as an alternate player. So, just in case somebody get hurt whatsoever, she plays. But she did come out with a statement today. And, Caitlin, the way she comes off, like her speeches and stuff, it's hard to hate her. But the media is so popularity driven by her. Because, I'll be honest. She could shoot from half court and probably go 10 for 10. That is very exciting.
It is.
But just because you can does not mean you deserve everything. Everything. Like, you can still just be another player. She don't have to be here, there, here, there. Because she still got a whole WNBA team to play for. So her comments today was, everybody in our world deserve the same amount of respect. The women in our league deserve the same amount of respect. People should not be using my name to push those agendas. Now, for you to say that, you could have easily been like, well, it ain't my problem. I'm good. But when she comes out and says those things, it's hard to have disdain for her because she knows, she's not blind to it. She could easily be like, hey, I'm just playing. They rooting for me, but I'm just playing. But she's aware. So when she say those things, you kind of feel bad about the vitriol she get because it's media driven. They make her like, somebody tried to say she got potential to be the Michael Jordan of the WNBA. I'm like, that's a lot. Can we relax? Let the girl get through her first 2 seasons first. Like, come on, man. Let's relax. But
I mean, but they were heavy. They have been, I think the media has been heavy on several rookies that did not really perform like, the way that they thought that they were going to perform, but they were just very excited about them because they had the capacity to perform in that way.
But I just have the issue. They want her to get every award, be a part of every team, be a part of every. It's like, bruh, her team not doing that well. She needs to focus.
Right. Like she really needs to focus.
Team.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying because
the Olympics that come around every 4 years. If she don't do this one, she can do the next one.
Right. The girl just got out of college.
Right.
She's young.
Right. And it's just like, y'all gotta, the media is.
They probably said she's gonna get an injury because she fall like Shaq.
Now she does, like most players, she flops. Players do it in the NBA,
Yeah,
WNBA,
but she fall like Shaq.
She does, and sometimes she be hitting the ground hard. Now I do think
I'm sure she do. I'm not trying to say it like that. I'm just saying that's a big lady to be waddling around like that. It's crazy out here in these streets.
But what I don't like, and I think we talked about it last week, the NBA, the WNBA, a lot of these commentators are trying to make it like almost like you should be blessed that she's gracing y'all with her presence.
Right.
That's how it's coming off. And
it is. Like, it definitely is.
It's like you can't say that to a bunch of professional athletes, men or women. Because if it was the other way around, it was like the Bears, got a new quarterback. People think he's going to change the fortune of the Bears forever. People are going to be a little bit more hyped to play him, to show him up. Sacks, tackles, interceptions, whatever.
And they going to go crazy every time.
So, I think, when you start telling people y'all should be grateful she's here and all, it's like, you don't tell nobody that. Especially, no black people, as far as,
right.
Black women, as far as a white athlete. Like, you just can't do that, bro. But, yeah, it's I like the way she put that, and she's not naive.
Mm-hmm.
She knows exactly what's going on. And also, I'm happy to announce that how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of the 10 top paid quarterbacks in the NFL are all black. 4 out of 10. 40%. Almost half.
I love that.
Well, 1, 2, 3. Hold on. No, it might be half. Because Pat Mahomes was one of them too. 5 out of 10. Yep. 5 out of 10.
Well, congratulations to them men.
Yeah, they make.
I love that for them.
Big bang. 52 mil a year. 51 mil a year. 46 mil a year. 46 mil a year. Look, if I could have been a foot taller.
Just a whole foot. That's it.
Yeah, that's all I needed, cuz.
And maybe a little faster.
Nope, I don't
A
even need
little
that.
more
Nope. I didn't need no
No,
speed. Tom Brady not fast whatsoever.
Tom Brady not fast. You don't need no speed.
No, Tom Brady is very slow. You don't need no speed playing quarterback. Maybe now.
But you would have wanted to be the quarterback.
They get paid the most. Why not?
Okay, right. But can I just ask you a question? Because I don't know, and I'm not being funny.
Go ahead.
Did you ever play quarterback for any of the teams you played for?
No.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, look, I didn't. But, could have been a foot taller. Might not be talking to you right now.
I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller.
Pipe down. Don't do that.
That's what you're giving.
Pipe down.
That's what you're giving.
No. I'm just saying. Because, to be a quarterback, they consider Russell Wilson small, and he like 6 foot. I'm like, damn, how tall you got to be? They say 6'4" and up. I'm like, everybody can't be 6'4".
Hey, listen, it's something about that 6'6" and up. That 6'4" and up. Like, yeah. That's I get it.
But all of them don't succeed. That's the only bad part.
All of them don't succeed, but
it's about. If you think about it, maybe not even half succeed. Not even half. Maybe about a quarter, maybe. Like, think about like Tom Brady, 20 years. Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, 20 years. Now, I'm going to look that up. I'll get back to you on that because it's a new quarterback every year. And his ass will be right outside that door in 3 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
It's big money. If you can't get the job done, they got to find. Hey, look at what happened with the Bears. Justin couldn't do it. They like, all right, we'll holler at you. We'll holler at you, bro. So what you got next in this? Oh, you got TBT. Okay, I was about to say Ratchet history.
Well, guys,
here we go.
I feel like you be being a hater so much, and
no.
I never treat you like this. When it's sports with Suave, I be all for which one. I don't even know what sports. I don't know that much about sports. I be super cool. I know you're not finna cut the grass right now.
Hey.
Okay.
Money. Enrique.
Is it a motorcycle? Can y'all hear it? It's loud as hell.
We can hear it.
Okay, good. Thank God. All right, moving forward. Is it crack? For those of you that have been confused, not quite sure, if your favorite artist has a drug problem, I'm here to validate you.
They're yelling, push. You're in pain. Then one day, it comes out, a beautiful baby boy. To God be the glory. Congratulations to every mama out there. You're doing a great job. In case no one's told you that, you're doing a great job.
What?
So that was y'all fave, Nicki Minaj, and this was not on Mother's Day. This was just a couple of days ago. She has, let me just put it this way. For one, everybody that she has beef with is way more mature than me. That's for one. Because the way that lady, whenever she got beef with somebody, go to hell when it comes to jabs and going crazy. And I will be posting all types of memes
But is it
in
really going
regard
to hell, or
to
is it
her
just,
acting like
is it the
she's
drug?
on heroin. Like I'm sorry. Like there's no way. It's just no way. She had people going to Meg the Stallion's mom's grave site, you know, being weird. And this is the type of video you're posting. These are the types of things that you're doing. Now, mind you, I do believe Sis is really sad and something might be going on in her marriage, seeing as how every concert she has some sort of a heart-to-heart with her audiences, talking about you deserve somebody that's going to love you and not be in your face, not doing what needs to be done to take care of this or that. But these are definitely drug-fueled conversations. I definitely hope that she gets
I would call help, because
I will definitely hope. I'm definitely hoping that she gets the help that she needs. She needs to go to rehab. She needs to get herself together. Because I don't know if y'all know this,
what if she
but
blamed it on being sick?
Jaguar White right now is claiming that Nicki Minaj is the person that released that audio that they're claiming sounds like Meek Mill and Puff Daddy getting things cracking, and paying a man to say that he's the one that did it. What did you say?
Why did you clap your hand?
Because that was the noise in the background. It was.
Nope.
And then they was just talking and stuff like that. He was it was wild. The audio was wild, and I cannot lie to you, it did sound like them a little bit. I don't know, it could have been AI generated. Jaguar Wright could not even be telling the truth because she be having some little things.
He could stop. Just leave it alone.
It did sound like them.
Look. Hey, what they do, they do.
But you know what? It's a lot of AI craziness going on because they just sent out this deep fake of Meg. Like they were trying to say that Meg the Stallion, her sex tape was released, and it was like a video that kind of like had her face, and you could tell it was fake. Like if you couldn't tell it was fake, or if you're standing by believing that it was real, you're the weirdo because you could tell it was fake. It was like her face from like a video or something like that, where she kind of rapping, but like, you know, just kind of being pretty or whatever, and like the body of a girl, you know, with the things happening to the girl. But you could tell that it definitely wasn't real. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah,
Really?
so you know what I'm talking about. But yeah. So
what is wrong with y'all?
What are you talking about?
Talking about San Quentin?
Things were cracking off. Speaking of things cracking off, right now Gucci Mane is under fire because they're trying to say that all of his artists basically die or end up in jail, and they're saying that his label is cursed. I want to give you guys the rundown of all the people so far that have been bammed up, slammed up, or something crazy is going on with them, because his newest artist not the newest artist, but Enchanting, she was on life support for a while and they did take her off. But however, Pooh Shiesty was under Gucci Mane. He's serving 8 years. Big Scar has passed away. Fujiano is serving 5 years. Hot Boy West is serving 15 years. Keisha Day was dropped by the label. Roy Boy was dropped by the label. And apparently there are several more. I don't think that it has anything to do with him. I just feel like, I think he says it better. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and run the clip.
Blame for like helping the artist, you get blamed. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like you can't win. You know what I'm saying? You take somebody from like a bad situation, you try to help them. You know you're a mentor. You lead by example. But soon as something bad happens to them, they say, your label curse, you the reason. Mm-hmm. But I'm the one taking these chances with these people who, you know, nobody else will help.
Here's Bacardi.
And that's my way of giving back. I knew that was my plan, but you know what I'm saying? It's weird to me that like that people that don't help got all the things the same.
So what is that? Okay. So I don't think that it is actually Gucci's fault. I don't know that is that he sold his soul. I don't know if it's even that he's a clone. He don't seem like the same Gucci from back when I was in Atlanta and I would run into him or something like that. He does not seem that way. However, all of these people lived and died by the sword, or they are in jail for crimes that they committed. You know what I'm saying? And they were found guilty of committing said crimes. The young lady that just passed away, beautiful girl, and I actually did not know any of her songs until she passed away, but I did hear a couple of them, and I do think that they sound good and all that kind of stuff. But if you're popping pills, you know what I'm saying? And they're street pills, these pills that you're getting from somebody else, you're running a risk. Shit happens when you're using drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I don't know what more there really is to say that. And yes, it is true that I am a Gucci fan. Of course, everybody knows that. It's not a big deal.
Gucci
but
girl
I felt like he was wrong. He was, he wrong. It's not coming back that these people are set up. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the Puff Daddy situation. Again, even if the man is, if he done sold his soul and this is some Illuminati shit, that ain't none of my business. No way. I just wish everybody would stop trying to blame, whoever they can blame in the moment over hood shit. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm sorry, but y'all are crazy. There are people, it's so many reasons to be mad at Charleston White, right? It's so many reasons to be mad at him. I definitely agree. However, he made a claim, and again, don't shoot the messenger. I don't know none of these people, and I'm not trying to disrespect the dead. I'm just talking. I know how you Chicago people like to tussle over your drill rappers. But he made a comment saying that according to King Von's music, he was a serial killer. If you listen to the interviews, if you listen to the interviews, if you listen to the music, if you watch anybody that was not one of his friends or family members talk about him, they will tell you that he was a killer. You know what I'm saying? Like, a truth is a truth whether it hurts or not. And I think that can go basically for anyone. So I'm just go ahead and get off that, because I know how y'all be mad about, somebody that's dead and gone and them being disrespected. And I'm not even there. I'm just, a fact is just a fact. And if the man is always talking about somebody that he murdered, I would believe that maybe he murdered some of them people. I don't know. But if all your songs is about and then everybody around you is saying that you really did live the life that you rapped about, what do you want me to do? Nonetheless, always the more. Did you see that Tariq from Power getting groped?
Yeah, that was crazy. Couldn't have happened.
What's the boy's name? I'm looking for the man's name. I don't think I wrote down his name. Sorry about that, guys.
JJ or something like that.
What's his name?
JJ or something like that.
Yeah, okay. So he does something similar to what Kai Cenat does, which I'm not sure what that is either. But I'm not a hater, because they interview celebrities and they're making money. So congratulations to them people. But, however, Tariq went over there to do an interview. The girl, the interviewer's sister, passes out. Yes, Michael Rainey Jr. Tariq,
yeah,
from the The Ghost, the Book of Ghosts, that one. The son, the one that it took us a long time to like. Him. He went to go do an interview at the man's house. So both Kai Cenat and the young man, they do it from like a room in their house. I think Kai Cenat ended up getting a big house, like, or a big room that he can do it in. Because people go and spend the night over there. And then at this other guy's house, people go and they, you know, they do their interviews, whatever. And he have his whole family in his house when this is happening. Not a good idea. First, the girl passes out when she sees Tariq. Mind you, Tariq being sweet, he like, hey, baby, I see you excited to see me. Come on, give me a hug, whatever. This gremlin passes out, right? So we move forward. He's doing the interview. Some children come in the room and they're talking to the interviewer. I guess he's like promising them something so they'll shut up so he can finish the interview. The girl comes in the room. You see the two heads of the kids, and behind the heads of the kids, she is like grabbing this man's genitals. It's sexual assault for sure. Like, whether you like it or not, the truth is always just gonna be the truth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So she's grabbing his genitals, and he's like, you know, he's trying to be cool and stuff like that, and he kind of like pushing her off of him or whatever. But he also knows you're on live. So if you knock her out, then what?
I mean, hey, I ain't gonna lie. At that point, it's like, look, I'm being touched against my will.
I understand that. However, I think that there is a standard when it comes to men and sexual assault, because everybody was kind of trying to downplay it, and he was cool. His response to all of this was, hey, you know, I'm having a hard time processing everything that's going on. No, I was not, you know, accepting her advance and stuff like that. The girl was like, wow, the whole show. She's talking about some get a banana in here so we can do a challenge. Like, she's trying to like entice this man. Like, she's being weird. She's
Kevin Gates.
Oh yeah, Kevin Gates apparently. What did he do? Did he smack somebody or something for grabbing his body parts? But yeah, Kevin Gates got a lot of backlash, you know, for protecting himself over being touched. Now, don't get me wrong, Kevin Gates is a weirdo, but that don't mean that he deserved to be touched weird, like in a weird way. Yeah, so that's exactly what happened. He was being groped, and he wasn't with that. Oh, he donkey kicked her in the head. Well, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if he's upset about this and he pressed charges, he would not be wrong.
Oh,
he would not be wrong. Because first of all, I'm here to do a job. I'm here to work. I have an interview.
No, but
even here, I'm standing up. Like, it's already super unprofessional. No, again, no shade to the dude that's doing the interview. And because
no. When you have a certain amount of people, or you have somebody of a certain stature, maybe he don't know, but now going forward, you got to make sure you got security or something at your door, and it's just you and the interviewer in there, because all that is too much.
His sister and all them kids and cousins and all them people, I ain't saying they live there, but they're definitely there for more than just that interview. They're always there. I think that is crazy, you know. But this is, again, you have to be very careful what you say on your social media thing, because everybody think everybody is a hater, when really sometimes it could be critical thinking, a critique of, you know, your craftsmanship. I just think that he'll probably try to get a studio space, or he'll try, you know what I'm saying? He'll have to because it's gonna tarnish his name for sure.
Yeah.
It's gonna tarnish his name for sure. And he put her out and everything when he noticed what was going on, but it was happening for so long, and like, you kind of feel bad for him. Nonetheless, he responded just saying that he's just having a hard time processing this, and you know, like, this was just a very weird situation, and he did call it sexual assault. 50 Cent's old goofy lame ass come up behind him and basically downplay everything he's saying, talk about, oh, you know, it was like on some girls will be girls type shit. weird. And my thing is, if it had been Raina from Power on that show, and somebody was grabbing on her body parts, and she was just kind of, and they were on live, so that meant that nobody could kind of try to negate what she's saying, because you know, if a woman says she getting touched, but she probably wasn't in it, whatever. It's on live. It's showing that this is happening. If this was a girl, everybody would have had a fit. 50 Cent is out here going crazy over Puff Daddy and calling him all these names and all this kind of carrying on. And you really, really freaked out by all this stuff that he's going on. But your own colleague, you're trying to like, oh, it's just not that big. That girl was a whole ass gremlin. She was bigger than him. He tall, but she was bigger than him. She wasn't fat. I'm not talking bad about the girl. I'm just saying. She was just bigger than him.
Yep.
She fell all out and shit. He trying to carry her. He like, oh. He looked like Shaq trying to help somebody off the floor. Just long and can't.
Yeah, that's
you know, it was just a lot of unnecessary foolishness. It is now time for my favorite part of the day, and this one is relatively short. No, it is not about Michael Jackson and them. I found something very interesting. Now, if you are following me on social media, you saw the picture that I posted a little earlier this week talking about two people in the picture dated. Well, those two people were Kirk from Love and Hip Hop and his 3 earrings, and Da Brat.
They dated?
They did. They did date.
She was with Allen Iverson too.
Huh? What did you say?
She was with Allen Iverson too.
She was with Allen Iverson. She had several things to say about her and her relationship with Allen Iverson, but we'll get back to that. She did date Kirk and his 3 earrings prior to meeting, him meeting Rashida and all that kind of stuff, according to, what they say. But he definitely, him and his 3 earrings was dating Da Brat. According to Da Brat and Kandi Burruss, who apparently was there, he was enamored by the beauty of Da Brat, and he gave her $200 bills with his name and phone number on the front and back up.
On every dollar?
On every dollar. $200 bills.
Come on, man.
So of course she was excited. I just, you know what I don't like? I don't like that y'all don't do nice things no more.
$200 bills?
20.
That's crack money. Wow.
But does that not make sense for where we are in her love life now? Yes, it does. With that being said, no, but people like Da Brat, and Da Brat liked people. She said that she always concealed her sexuality for fear that her family would shame her because she was raised in the church and things of that nature. She didn't want to disappoint her granny. So she did date men, and she did, you do her thing. But Kirk and his 3 earrings really, really liked her. And
his 3 earrings.
I'm sorry.
Why are you on that man has 3 earrings? What his earrings do to you?
His earrings have everything to do with his personality. Exactly how you think a man with 3 earrings acts is exactly how Kirk acts. Did you watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta?
I don't. I mean, I do.
Anyway, so Kirk and his 3 earrings really liked Da Brat or whatever, and so apparently the next day after dating, he is. That did happen. All that. So she called Kirk and his 3 earrings. The 3 earrings answered first, and she said, "Okay, so what's up? Are we gonna go out to eat? Like, you gonna take me out to eat?" And apparently that day ended in him buying her a Lincoln Navigator. She later on went on to date Allen Iverson, whom of which she loved taking care of the house for. Her grandmother liked him. She woke him up to...
Yeah, we know. We don't. Yeah, we know.
Every day, and and she thought that she could kind of like fake the funk with him for a while, but it didn't work out because she was not the only person that was in love with him. He had several other women on the side, and you know, that was a problem. So yeah, Kirk and his 3 earrings did date the Brat, and she apparently really liked him for a little while, and they were even engaged for a very short time. What? Yeah, they were even engaged.
Shut the hell up.
I think it was the 3 earrings that proposed.
Shut the hell up, Crystal.
She was funkified, you know what I'm saying? She was. So yeah, but him and his 3 earrings was having a good time with her, and they
stop bringing up that man 3 earrings.
Yeah, she started beating him not too long after that. I wasn't gonna get into that. Sharice, be quiet.
She started beating him. Man,
there were several allegations that the Brat was relatively abusive in relationships with men.
I have nothing left to say.
Again, don't get me wrong. I'm not sure if any of this is true, but there have been.
But that don't make sense though. They were trying to tell him what. Shut the.
You know what? I love the people that watch the show. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Crystal, don't make no. April, Sharice, Crystal, whenever you watch this, stop commenting. Y'all
don't do that.
Y'all are crazy. What's wrong with you?
Don't do that.
They were trying to tell him what his role was.
Because him and his 3 earrings do need to understand that they take. First of all, you already take up a lot of space because it's you and your 3 earrings.
Would you shut up? The 3 earrings. That man like pain, all right?
But they hoop earrings, though.
Look,
not just that they had 3 earrings. I'm not trying to. Okay.
Let that man be great. He's had a very successful marriage.
I believe that. I know, yeah.
Wow. Really?
I know it. I know a nasty man.
Not such a
we know he likes pain.
We're
done. We're done.
I did not mean
doing
it like
this. No, because I'm not doing this with y'all.
I did not mean it like that. Y'all crazy. Wow.
My sister is hilarious. I'm sorry. You hear me?
Terrible.
In my daddy words, period.
Terrible.
But yeah, he probably tasting himself. It ain't no telling. With that being said, thank you guys for tuning in to Vibes. We love you guys every week, Thursday, 7 p.m. Tell your mama, tell your sister, tell your cousin, tell your brother, tell everybody. Are you throwing up gang signs? You hold your hand.
Look like a gang sign to you?
Wow.
Peace.
I got nervous. I wasn't sure if it was the force.
Would you stop? You the
one. Listen, hey, we don't throw up gang signs on social media.
Where you grow up?
On the low end, and that's none of your business.
But I'm the one. Okay.
Mm-hmm. What does that mean? I don't throw up gang signs unless I'm drunk in the club listening to gangster music.
That don't matter. You still throwing them up.
Throwing up the gangster who rap.
It don't matter whether you intoxicated or not. You're still throwing them up. So what does that mean?
It's not on social media. Nobody can ever say that they filmed me throwing up gang signs.
All right.
Boop. With that being said, you can find me
Okay.
everywhere as Tia Chanel. I am Tia_2 Chanel on Instagram. I am T with the T on the TikTok. And of course, I'm Tia Chanel on the Facebook. You can definitely also follow our YouTube page, which is Vibes. And then you can also follow me on Twitter, Tia Chanel. Nico, where can they find you?
Nico Suave _media on Instagram, Nico Suave Media on Facebook, and Nico period the barber on Instagram as well. You need a cut in the Chicagoland area, holla at me. I got you.
He do a good job, y'all. I just need a haircut, but he do such a good job. Y'all see all this? He do a good job. I like him better than the other barbers. The other barbers, they don't know how to cut. Ladies, you are safe. Let me tell you something. You're safe to go get your hair cut by him. He is not. Let me tell you something. You're not going to bend over
What?
and find somebody trying to.
What?
You know what I'm talking about? You're going to be safe.
You're not going to bend over and try.
Because you don't know the struggle of a woman trying to keep her hair cut. Men are weird. Anyway, love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.